otherwise was fun, but ultimately it ended in failure. This time around, I want to win. So on a budget of only $25 per week, we're going to build a competitive PK deck that can not only beat content creators, but also top locals and take on regionals when they return. Join me on this journey to become the next king of games. This is sealed only Yu-Gi-Oh! Road to Kingship. Packs. Gotta love them. Gotta love these little shiny doodads. Hopefully our holo looks a little better this week. I think we got all the commons we wanted to last week. So, yeah. Yeah, we got all the commons we wanted last week. So this week we're just in it for the holos. And that one, it's not a holo we want, but that's okay. It's the first pack. So we pulled 2 ultras. So we still have 2 more ultras and both of our secrets to look forward to in the set. Hopefully they're ones we need. Of course, we need the Stained Greaves. No, not the Stained Greaves. The, what's he called? The boy. The Torn Scale. Doom Archfiend. Because, you know, kind of like the main reason why you play PKs. Because he just facilitates the deck in such a good way. We want the Arc Rebellion because that's such a good finisher. There's a lot of stuff. Kowloon, good for a virtual world deck. Hey, maybe we can make one of those after we're done with this. Maybe we'll just pull a full virtual world core, although I don't think we have any of the good ultras. Another season port, we actually play that. That'll be good. Crocodile Dragon, Radar Raptor. Ooh, that's our third ultra, and it's not one we want. Unfortunate. Fan. I don't even know. Yeah, we can't make that. It's not generic and it's too high level. Well, it might be generic, it's too high level for us to use. Kana, Raiders, UA, Rock Band, Xeno Guitar, interesting. Oof. Well, hopefully our secrets are good, with only 1 ultra left. Gotta cross the fingies that's one we can use. Fernity Paranoia, Virtual World, Juju. Back in the hand, UA, Tri-Brigade. Not a lot of Tri-Brigade stuff. I'm surprised. We only got 1 Tri-Brigade super so far, which is surprising. It's been mostly just like randos or virtual world stuff. Dual Avatar, Awakening, Mutant, Banquet, Dual Avatar. Oh yeah, Dual Avatars. Forgot about those bad boys. Hey, there's another Stained Greaves, but we don't need him anymore. Wow, we're already 7 packs in? Wild. 1 ultra. Both of our secrets have yet to make an appearance either. Dogmatism, Yulei, Hinmari, Helegal, Fist Yuhai, Mutant Clash 1 or 8, Raz and Ryu, Cupid Force. Really? No secrets yet. You only have, after this opening, we'll only have 4 packs left in the box, so it's gotta be in there at least. Mutant Cry, UA Man of the Match, Drionator, Mutant Synthesis. Wow. Last pack. Hopefully we get something. Ooh, we're stuck. We're getting stuck. If I get a Starlight, I don't want to get stuck on the pack, because that'd be bad. Which I could get Starlight, because this is the first edition box. And Raider's Wing. That's actually playable. That's very playable, Ultra. So that's our 4th Ultra. It is an extender for the deck. I can special summon it. Yeah, that's... You know, this and the XYZ import, both those are playable. That's good. I like that. And yeah, with that, I will see you all in deck building. Alright folks, you know the drill by now. Hit that like and subscribe button, because I'm only like 9 away from 200. Really make my day if I hit that number. After that, and when you're done with this video of course, check out the other stuff I make, the Structure Deck Spin Down, and the Magic Progression series if you crave more of that Nicholas goodness. I know I do. And with that shilling out of the way, let's get into that deck profile. Alright folks, this week we start off by going first against Drytron. And sorry about the angle, my tripod is on its way out. Anyway, we start with a good old-fashioned Foolish Burial sending Stained Greaves. Then we banish our Greaves to summon a Ragged Gloves from our hand and follow it up with a Strangulanius.
Meanwhile...
Strangulanius from my hand?
I finally found the Ultra.
Nice.
Every time across the
While this happens, the guy next to me pulls an Ulti Nibiru. Lucky boy. After that, we overlay for Dark Rebellion, set 2, and pass. Our opponent does some Drytron stuff that you can't see due to the angle. He gets out an Alpha and we Xyz import it and slap it under our Dark Rebellion. Doesn't really stop him though, because he's able to out Xyz Dragon and make a Dragoon. We attempt to wrong Magneteering the Dragoon's attack, but he negates it. Back to our turn. All we can do is set 1 and pass. On his turn, he just beats us up with Daddy Dragoon. Game 2. This time we elect to go first, because I know I can't play through a Drytron board. We start by normal summoning Armageddon Knight and using it to dump a Stained Greaves. We special summon Good Ol' Bird and use Greaves engraved to special summon Silent Boots. We link all 3 into a Bardiche. Then we use the Bardiche to send a Ragged Gloves and set a Shea Brigadine. We banish our Boots to add a sword to our hand. Then we banish Gloves to bin another Stain Greaves. We set 2 more and pass. His turn, he's able to make Dragoon, yet again. He pops most of my board and hits me for a lot. Then he passes off to me. We start our turn by activating Rhoda and getting boots. Then we banish Fogblade to special summon Greaves. On summon, our opponent hits us with the Contact C, but we're still able to special summon the boots. Then we link Contact C and Greaves into Geonator Transverser. Sadly, the zones are wrong, so I can't steal the Dragoon. We try and summon out our Shade Brigandine, but Dragoon negates it. Then we beat over Verte and pass our turn. On his turn, he's just able to take game by swinging in with Daddy Dragoon. Match 2, and this time we're back with a better camera angle, going first against Zodiac Trebrade. We start by normal summoning Stain Greaves and special summoning Silent Boots. We overlay them for a Break Sword, then we detach our boots to summon out the Raider's Wing. We use Silent Boots to grab ourselves a Shade Brigandine. We use it and our other monsters summon Bardiche. Then our opponent hits with the main deck Nibiru, so all we can do is set 1 and pass.
That one impacts the main deck Nibiru.
No one does.
On his turn, our opponent goes into a Borbo and hits into us. His main 2 makes the boy, the myth, the Zeus. On our turn, we normal summon Armageddonite, which gets impermed, so we gotta pass. He brings out a Fractal on his turn and he swings for game. Game 2. We go first again, and this time, all we can do is T-set. Our opponent does some Tri-Brigade stuff, and when he attempts to use Karos to link summon, we hit him with the Veiler. After that, all he can do is set 1 and pass. On our turn, we flip up Lanius and summon out our Stain Greaves. We swing in for some damage, and then link into Geonator, which gets striked, so we pass. On his turn, he does some Zeus stuff, and makes a Zeus, and passes. On our turn, we set a few and pass again. He hits us with the Zeus effect, but we chalice it and we get to keep our board. He then hits the Zeus into our face down and passes. On our turn, we attempt to Foolish, but he hits us with the Ash. Back to him, he uses Zeus's effect, then he brings out Nerval and uses it to summon Hresvelgar. Then he uses Hresvelgar and Nerval to make Zeraboros. This lets him swing into us for game. For our final match this week, we go first against Striker. We start by normal summoning Ragged Gloves and special summoning Silent Boots. We're able to overlay for a Break Sword, set 2, and pass. Our opponent starts his turn by activating the multi-roll and gets a Widow Anchor. Then he summons a Ray and activates an Area Zero. He links the Ray for a Hayate and adds Shark Cannon to hand. Then he smacks us for 15 direct. He links the Hayate off for a Kagari and we chalice its effect. He links into a Shizuku, sets a few, and passes.
I'll start by detaching Ragged Gloves, pop my
Detach. I'm gonna Widow Anchor to negate its effect.
Banish, dumping Ancient Cloak, or not, Foolish Burial.
Foolish Burial, I will.
We banish our Ancient Cloak to add a Boots to our hand. We summon the Boots. Then we move to battle phase and swing over Shizuku, then we pass. On our end phase, he activates Ray and links into Shizuku, getting an Afterburners off of her effect. On his turn, he starts with an Afterburners, destroying our Break Sword. Then he links off into a Hayate and hits us direct. Main phase 2, he makes a Kagari and gets Engage back to hand. Then he passes. On our turn, we normal junk forward and we overlay for Dante. Then we detach and mill 3.
1, 2, and 3.
We banish our Boots to get a Fog Blade. We set some cards and pass. Our opponent normal summons an Ash Blossom and makes the Noodle. We fog the Halleck, but he has Eagle Booster. This lets him make the unaccessible Code Talker, and he swings for game. After a quick bathroom break, we move on to game 2. We go first again and normal summon an Ancient Cloak and special Shade Brigandine. We then link them off for a Geonator Transverser. We set 2 cards, and we pass. On his turn, he Hornet Drones for a token and links it into a Hayate. He hits us for 15 direct, and then he links off for a Shizuku, and we chalice it in the end phase. On our turn, we banish Cloak to get a Boots, then we normal summon Ancient Cloak and special summon Boots. We overlay them into a Break Sword. We attempt to use the effect and get Imperm. We move to battle phase and head over to Shizuku. And on his attempt to battle, we Xyz import the Ray. He changed the effect to link into Hayate. Then he attacks us directly for 15 and dumps Engage. In main 2, he goes into Kagari and gets the Engage to hand. He uses his Engage to get Widow Anchor, and then he sets 1 and passes. On our turn, we attempt to Break Sword, and he Widow Anchors us. We banish Boots to search for a Fog Blade. We normal summon our Raider's Wing and set 2 and pass. On his turn, he goes into Kaina and then a Kagari. We Fogblade it to prevent the Engage, but he normal summons an Ash and Link climbs into an access code, sealing the game. Well, we didn't do too hot this week. Unfortunately, we went X2 or X3 and we lost both rounds of all of our games. Kind of be expected with me these days, isn't it? There were situations where I could have played better, but we really just lack the resources and the cards to actually win these games, in my opinion. Our biggest lacking feature is a Dark Link 2, because we're able to get 2 PKs on the field pretty easily most of the time. But because our only Link 2 is Geonator Transverser, we can't link them off and then extend from there. So I'm thinking, in lieu of getting a Cherubini, because that's going to be a long project, we're going to get the Cyber Strike, Cyber Link, Power Code Link Structure deck, because it has a Pentaseg in it, which is a Dark Link 2 that's generic. Effects don't matter, it's a generic Dark Link 2, and that's all I need. It also has Link Spider, so it'll be good for Nibiru. And we're also going to be open to some more Phantom Rage, because, you know, we need those secrets. We need to know if we get that Torrent skills or not. And seeing as we only have 4 packs left, we should get both secrets next week. But yeah, thank you all again for watching so much, and I'll see you again next week.